The sound of cloth taking shape. A sound that has long been absent in the clothing and textile mills across the country following the collapse of the industry in the early 1990s. The silence of the idly sitting machines tell tales of hope torn apart and livelihoods brought to a halt.
Initially, we used to deal with baby wear, children wear, infant wear. But the market died because there is very, very cheap imports coming from China and elsewhere. So we had to diversify to uniforms.
We approximately had 2,000 workers at the time, and we were making mainly lesos, kangas and shirting material for the market. It was ourselves, Rivertex, Mountex, Kikomi, Raymond's, UTI and so many others, TSS, Mombasa Towels.
Fingers were pointed at the second-hand clothes industry, or mitumba, for running local mills out of business.
You know, with liberalisation, almost 100,000 jobs were lost and 10 companies were closed.
I worked in UTI for more than 15 years. The company was closed.
There used to be a very big union movement in Thika, over 3,500 members. Now I think there are about 350 or 400.
Thika Cloth Mills is among those that were affected by the liberalised economic policy, and it came close to collapse. But in order to survive, it changed its business model and scaled down operations, resulting in job losses.
We didn't have cotton. We didn't know where it was going to come from. We didn't have machines were working well, but we didn't have anywhere to sell our product.
Today, a few mills are working to get back up, but are still sagging under the weight of lack of market and scarcity of raw material.
Serikali ikifunga vitu kama mitumba hii, naona tununue Kenya, tuchenge Kenya, kuliko kununua nje na tupomoe ya Kenya.
Mitumba first came into Kenya in the late 1970s after being imported duty-free by charities to clothe the refugees coming into Kenya, fleeing the conflict in their countries. The clothes were then commercialized in the mid-1980s and have since taken over the low-cost clothing industry. Zainab, Wandati, NTV.